Today we are here with Caleb Adams from the football team for our Toppers UW-Stout Athlete of the Week. Caleb, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Alright, so I'm Caleb Adams. I'm from Rochester, Minnesota. Just got done with my senior year of football here at Stout, so now I'm officially an alum, and my major is supply chain management.
Awesome. So, other than being talented at football, do you have any other athletic talents?
Well, I could do I guess you call it a kip-up, when you lay on your back and are able to kick to your feet.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, people usually think that's pretty impressive just because I'm, you know, not a very light, small guy.
Yeah.
So.
How long did it take you to learn that?
I practiced on a trampoline when I was in like 4th grade.
Okay.
And then I just started doing it on the ground and transferred pretty well.
Awesome. Cool. Congratulations on receiving so many postseason accolades, including an all-conference first team and all-region second team selections. How does it feel to be acknowledged for all of these, for all of your hard work, I should say, especially with it being your last season at Stout?
I mean, it's just so nice to like see everything kind of paying off, you know. Because essentially, when I came into college, it was just, you know, I wanted to be a good student and I also wanted to be a good athlete. So, and it just kind of seems like a lot of people like to think like stereotypes, like if you're good at football, you're probably not that good in the classroom, and then vice versa. You know, if you're good at school, you're not really good at sports. So, I just try to kind of like set like a role model, I guess, figure for, you know, like you can be good at football and, you know, good at sports and good at, you know, academics. It doesn't need to be like, you don't need to choose one or the other. You know, like there are going to be some sacrifices, you know, in there, but you know, you just ultimately got to be the best that you could be, really. You know, I try to apply that being a student and an athlete.
Awesome. What has been the hardest part between performing well both on the field and in the classroom?
I would say the hardest part is just time management, for the most part, because, you know, you wake up, you got workouts, and then it's class all day, and then you got practice till about 7 or so, and then you got to eat, and then next you know, it's like 9 o'clock before I start doing homework. So you just kind of have to find that perfect balance of, you know, I don't have a whole lot of free time, but I just try to get ahead on my homework on the days, you know, the free time that I do have. So it's just kind of finding a mix of getting stuff done, and, you know, if I have to stay up later to get an assignment done, then, you know, you have to sacrifice some sleep. But, you know, that just comes with being a student athlete.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have any advice for incoming athletes at all?
I would just say, one thing that like stuck with me with what a coach said was, get your grades good right away, because essentially like it's hard to come, like it's easier for your GPA to drop after a bad semester, but if you have a good semester, it's hard for it to come back. Exactly. So I would just say like one thing that I did pretty well with is just get like kind of like give yourself a good foundation, so that way like, you know, if once it starts to get harder and harder, you know, you have a little bit, you know, I guess leeway. So, you know, like just don't. I would just say try to start off as best as you can.
Cool. Does your training for track and field affect the way you train for football, and do you apply any of the same things to both?
So kind of like what I said with the first question, like I try to be the best version of myself I can. Yeah. So like I said, like, you know, I want to be the best student and athlete. So, you know, if I'm in track, I want to do the best I can with track, you know, with whatever time I have. But, you know, now I got kind of a bit of a challenge, you know, with balancing football again, trying to move on and all that. But, you know, I just go to as many practices as I can, you know, try to get the most out of them for track, because obviously I'm going to have to miss some, you know, with going to Florida and all that stuff. But, you know, just again, like just trying to take advantage of every opportunity that I have to get better. And, you know, if I'm not working, somebody else is, so I have time to make up. You know, I got to make up that time that I'm losing there.
Yeah, definitely. What's your plan now moving forward with football?
All right, so I just got done being in Florida for the National Bowl, and there they had 2 games. So one was like a D2, D3 game. The other one was like a lower D1 game. So I was in the D2, D3 game, and I played pretty well to where now I get to move on to the Tropical Bowl, which is against a lot of FBS schools, so a lot of big-time schools, so it's going to be a lot of good competition there. But I'm pretty excited because, you know, this is, you know, I'm kind of the underdog, so really all I can do is, you know, give my best and hope, you know, going against the best competition, you know, it's going to bring out the best in me. So, you know, I'm pretty excited to see how I do against teams like that. And plus, I feel like I'm not going to have so much pressure on me because with that D2, D3 game, I feel like not many scouts look at that game versus the D1 one.
Okay.
So I just felt like I had to do well in order to move on. So I ended up still playing pretty well, but I'm just going to go into this next one. Just gotta give it all my best and leave it all out there, and then hopefully get to move on from there and see what happens.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you for coming in today, Caleb, and good luck with all your future endeavors.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.